And Kenningham trying to deliver. Evans steps in at first receiver, gives it to Smith. Northmore almost through half a hole. Quick ball, lightning ball, and a lightning start for Cassius Cleves and Harlequins.
Running speed, just treading water, allowing it to come. And then he picks off that late sweep round. Spots Miller Mills as the man who's going to come round and mark him, knows that 3-on-2 on the outside.
To the front, to Kemeny, to Ram, who explodes into three Quins. Back to the short side, so almost there, fighting all the way. A pink dead end. No look, right out the back, ended by Cunningham South. But Hendy's free, and so too the Saints, streaking down the edge. Jack Ram back inside. Saints DNA all over the try.
Than the opposition. He doesn't need to step in and make that big shot, though. They have to tread water. Too many numbers on the outside.
I think out of all the sides that I've watched this year, Saints have to be the best at dropping the ball back into the backfield, into the 10's hands.
It's Dingwall. While Saints are humming right now. Pearson just goads Cleves to make the challenge and enters the 22. Lethal when they get to this area of the field. Fischetti out the back, Coles, the assist. Mitchell with another peach.
And then the interplay from the forwards is absolutely brilliant. Mitchell's in quick, the ball's away. Fischetti back on the inside there. Lovely hand, stays alive. Coles it'll offload. Mitchell finishes. That's as good as you'll see.
With 13 on his back, Van der Mesch ignored. But back in the red zone, 3 from 3. Utterly ruthless to this point. Kenningham looks to affect the turnover, but it's going to be to no avail. But it is still a penalty that sees them defending from 5 metres out. Treadwell, Don Brandt! And Mitchell, disorientated, nowhere to go. How has he picked his way through that heavy pink jersey traffic? He's going to create one for Freeman out of absolutely nothing.
So good from Mitchell. Too many times scrum halves in that scenario, they end up just running into contact. Not this guy's. Look, there's a hole, I'll find it. And then accelerates away. It's brilliant rugby.
Still hunting that hat-trick. Just a little bit of a stutter step from everybody as Mitchell decided what he wanted to do. He goes wider, he goes to his Lions teammate, but Smith falls short. Coles, so easy, dragging Kenningham with him for the ride across the 10-metre. No look from Pearson, Rick to Hendy, he puts a bit of footwork in on Rodrigo Iskro, and Todoro.
Also made by the slickness of the Saints back play.
It's that Callum Chick carry as well, just those extra 2-3 metres that he got.
Another entry into the 22 for the Northampton Saints. A half-century of points beckoning. Spilt forward, no whistle, and Finn Smith may have done it.
He's got a 2-on-1 on the outside. That gives them the field position. They get a bit of luck there. No doubting that. But they just play.
Beautiful hands. Todoro. All action. All biff. All fend. Outrageous. Friends finds David. This broken, fractured field is what Quins used to thrive on. And they find a chink in the Saints' armour. Rodrigo Iskro tangling with Freeman. It is a gorgeous offload. It is a second for Alex Don Brandt. Saints looking to inflict maximum damage right to the very last second. Coles.
Decision-making after good decision-make. And Coles knocks the grass with that long place and finishes off perfectly for this Northampton Saints side, who are on fire.
That's massive congratulations. You're starting 2026 off in a way that you finished 2025. You must be absolutely delighted with that.
Yeah, definitely. Really pleased. Another win in the Prem. Not many games with only 10 teams, so everyone's so important. Especially at home, you have to really make it a fortress. And I think, you know, there are times when we struggled a little bit today to get going, but for the most part, I thought we were really good.
And 9 changes. Again, it seems like it doesn't really matter who the personnel is for you guys. It's the same result. What do you do that seems to be the case?
Yeah, well, last week, you know, massive credit to the lads that went down to Bath and played so well. And I think, you know, that put, you know, quite a lot of pressure on us boys that didn't play in that game. You know, real pressure for places, real good, healthy competition in the squad. And so, you know, I think you saw that today in terms of lads are all playing for their places every week. It's a really competitive place to be. You know, it's good to have that pressure on everyone, and we're doing it in such a healthy way, all growing as a team and growing as individuals, so it's really exciting.
Yeah, and you're top of the Premiership at the moment. 10 tries, 3 for you. I want to talk about your hat-trick, but what I also want to talk about as well, if I can, is just the interplay between you all. I mean, Austin in comms, where he was likening you guys to an English Toulouse earlier on. What do you do in the week that allows that crispness that we see out there?
I think a lot of it is just those connections of playing with each other a lot, so you know roughly what, you know, say Alex Mitchell, who's so good at that, is going to do. You know when to sort of try and rock up on his shoulder. And then the rest of it is just getting as many touches of the ball as you can. Something Sam Vesti talks about all the time, coaches really well. We just really try and bring that into our week. And I think you can see amongst the forwards, we've got a lot of good ball players as well as unbelievable backs. So when we get our, you know, contact skills right and we win the collision first, then we can look to move the ball. And I think we got the balance mostly pretty right today in that sense on the attacking side of the ball.
Absolutely. Massive congratulations. Go and enjoy the victory with your team. Well done, Alex.
Thank you very much, guys. Cheers.
Jason, another tough day in a Quins jersey. What do you take from that today?
Yeah, look, we're playing a pretty good team tonight, aren't we? They're top of the log for a reason. You know, for us, our attacking endeavour early on I thought was positive, but you know, far too many missed tackles, particularly in the wide channel, hurt us obviously tonight. But look, this reset's going to take some time. Obviously, we've just got to make sure we're clear on where we're headed. It'll take a little bit of time, probably a little bit undermanned at the moment, so hopefully we can get some boys back on the park in the next couple of weeks, but we've just got to be rock solid on where we're taking the football team.
Saints demonstrated it last year that you can have a tough Prem campaign but thrive in Europe, and I guess that is looking like it could be Quins' salvation. You've got the Stormers coming to the Stoop next week. How difficult or easy is it to compartmentalise the two competitions and look to turn the page and approach it with fresh eyes, knowing that that's the most realistic area that you could gain silverware?
Yeah, it's probably a little bit of both. The boys are obviously down a little bit on confidence at the moment, so it's not like we'll just roll into this week and we'll be fine heading into Stormers. But there is light at the end of the tunnel for us with Europe. Back at home, which will be good. We've been on the road for a little bit now, so we definitely want to hit Stormers with a positive mindset. But look, like I said, the reset's going to take a little bit of time.
Just looking at the personnel, your physio room's pretty busy at the moment, as it is. You finished the game with 14 players. Just how much stress is that putting on the coaching staff, the club, the group, in terms of the limited number of players available?
Yeah, we're doing it tough at the moment. I think we probably had about 12 players out that would be in our match day 23 today. Will Porter looks like he's dislocated his shoulder, so that doesn't look too good for us either. So there's no close end in sight in terms of the injuries. He might get a couple back next week, but probably more looking at 3 to 4 weeks we'll start to see some bodies come back on the pitch. So look, we've just got to front up, next man up for the boys that put the jersey on. We've just got to keep striving for a tough performance.
Thank you, Jason.
All right, cheers.
Sound out of some performance, 10 tries against Quins at home, starting the new year in the same vein that you ended. I mean, how pleased are you from that?
Yeah, really pleased with the result. I think we managed to get our game on the pitch and play really fast, and when we do that, we are, you know, very dangerous. We're disappointed how we defended in that first half, and I think we let Quins into the game a little bit, and I think we were much better at that in the second half. So sort of that was my sort of summation of the game, I reckon.
There's a little bit of talk about the shoe being on the other foot this week. You were down to the wreck as underdogs. You were very much the favourites ahead of this. How difficult was it sort of switching the mindset? Clearly it worked, but to keep everyone's heads in the game and not coming across a banana skin in Quins?
Yeah, well, we just broached it. We talked about it in the week and sort of said this is this is something that could happen. And when you do that, you sort of talk about it. You understand what you're trying to achieve and what your bigger picture what you want to achieve, and therefore what you need to focus on in the game. And I think we did. As I say, I think we started pretty slowly, and certainly in defence, something we can improve on. But on the whole, I thought our mindset was pretty good there. Obviously, to get all those points as well.
Yeah, all those points this week, the performance and the result last week. How big are the selection headaches for you at the moment? You and the whole team, given that everyone is stepping up to the plate no matter the combinations.
Yeah, it's great, isn't it? I think that's where we need to be, especially in, this part of the season. We want to be able to give people a bit of rest when they need it. We want to test a few combinations, see how they go, and as you say, people are stepping up, which is just going to put competition into the squad, and that leads to people being better. So we're in a great spot, I think, with that.
One area you might not be in as good a spot, few injuries, finishing with 14. How's that looking?
Yeah, a couple of bad ones. Great Dingers is all right. Good to see him up and about after being stretchered off, obviously. And yeah, well, it's too early to tell on some of the other guys, but we'll see.